Um, Due to shenanigans, we haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5 in like 2 or 3 months. Last session, I was like, yeah, I'm going to PAX next week, but Metal Gear will be back after that. But I've been using the scheduled time to do some stuff with our fundraiser for PAX and other things. So I haven't played this game in a long time, which means I've completely forgotten the controls. I think I quit mid-mission. I watched a little bit of the end of my last VOD. I did get the dog, which is very exciting. But you'll have to bear with me as I remember what the hell I'm doing and remember what the controls are. I'm probably going to keep defaulting to the old Metal Gear Solid game controls, even though this one's controls are very different. I don't think writing to chat matters, Jahan, because Serp showed as active. Serp didn't show active the instant I went live, but went active before he typed anything. So I don't think typing in chat matters. It might be that there's more of a delay now. It waits to see how much of the stream video you were getting before it registers you as active. Since we played this last, this actually super bums me out, but I had some theories about where the story was going. And there was somebody in chat that hinted at something that I, deduced more from, but I wasn't 100% sure on the direction. And then somebody on YouTube commented and, railed on me for knowing the spoilers already, and man, isn't this playthrough pointless to watch? And it's like, thanks, man, for confirming my suspicions. Now I know that what I had guessed earlier is at least somewhat correct. My guess is that the character we're playing as is not actually Big Boss. That Big Boss was the other guy in the hospital at the beginning of the game, in the other hospital bed, that was kind of escorting us out. And I still don't know what happened at the very end of that segment. Some characters swapped over. I don't know if I'm playing as him now, but I wasn't playing as him at the beginning. But I imagine the game's going to reveal more about that later. So I was in the middle of this sniper mission here.
That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
It wouldn't explain why Serp is showing active when he wasn't typing on. Kaimam as well showed active. I was pretty close to solving this by going around the other way, and I think I accidentally rolled off the cliff was what I did last session. It was pretty funny. I might have to go around the long way again to get up there. So even last session I didn't have full understanding of the controls, so it's not all bad. Alright, I need to remember how I use the binoculars, because that was really important last time. Being able to mark people. I really enjoyed that element. We call it a horse, which we don't actually want to do. What are the sticks? Like pushing the stick in. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I got time. Right bumper. That's it. I got crawled far enough past the sniper that he can't see me, so should be okay getting up there. We'll see. Doo-doo. Should get the hang of saving regularly as well. Maybe I can't. Does the game just autosave? I think it might just autosave to keep me from safe scumming. I didn't see an option in that menu anyway. Okay, cool. Sneaky, sneaky. I really like the reward loop of this game. It's really my favorite part about it so far. Now, what's going to happen? I'm going to sneak up behind this guy, and then I'm not going to remember the button that I need to use in order to grab him. And it's going to trigger an alert, and it's going to be awful.
That's the target.
Try putting them to sleep first, I guess. Right, I forgot how to speak Russian. Cool.
You have arrived at your destination.
Because I have shrapnel in my brain. Yay, Fultons! I'm excited about collecting all these characters and stuff.
Side op completed.
Sweet!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Acquired personnel with new skill.
Project has been added.
Yeah. Gotta balloon them all. And basically the way this works is I can keep doing like little side quests around the map as much as I like, but I can eventually take the helicopter back. Like, a lot of these games have a rule where they want you to return to town, basically, to break up the gameplay loop. Is the number of Fultons I have the reason why I would go back to town? What's up, Percy? Yeah, I know, right? I would play the hell out of it. Totally agree. Get Fultons in the supply drop. Ah. Right, and I have a thing that lets me summon those. B lets me break. Y is move faster. Sorry, horse friend. Alright, so I should see if I can get new missions here. I might have to go back to Mother Base to do it.
Please select a mission.
Where am I relative to these?
Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
I did it again! No! I need to turn off the B button. Woof. Alright, hold on, let me look at the other one too.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
Alright, so I can accept multiple
Please
missions.
select a mission.
Check marks mean that I finished it, I assume. Which one of these is closer? 1152. Alright, let's listen to the
Please
tape.
select a mission. Mission accepted.
Hold on, sorry.
Please select a mission.
Play briefing tape.
If we're going to expand Mother Base, we need more manpower. And not just for combat roles either. R&D, the support unit, intel, each demands a different set of skills. If we want to achieve what we've set out to do, Diamond Dogs has got to get stronger. There's a Soviet engineer I want to have join us. He was the one who built your prosthesis. With him on our side, who knows what sort of enhancements he'll come up with for it. He tried to defect but didn't make it, and now he's being held prisoner at Waksin Barracks.
Cool.
Find this engineer and get him out. Having him on our R&D team will go a long way to helping Diamond Dogs grow.
That's really cool. I really like that chance to bail out when someone detects you. From mic activity, I guess.
Слышал, о чем говорила женщина рядом электростанции?
Нет, что за женщина?
Не знаю, что с ней. Говорят, что она голая.
Голая? Да нафиг.
Серьезно? Значит, что она не местная.
Слушай, если видишь ее, скажи мне.
В том и проблема. Она исчезает так же быстро, как и появляется.
Что значит исчезает?
Никто не смог подойти к ней достаточно близко, чтобы поговорить.
Who's the other guy who's talking to directly above me?
Я бы не отказался.
Точно. Ладно, так увидимся.
Doo-doo. I don't know the button to take you down, and I'm almost out of suppressor, yeah. That's not what I meant to do at all.
Эй, смотри.
Doo-doo. Nothing to see here. Shoot button when you're not aiming. The CQC.
Ты что, чудишь, что ли?
That was correct.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Speak.
The map has been updated.
Knocked him out. Should last longer than slamming them, right? The map's updated with his buddies up there. That's cool. Wonder if they're paying enough attention up here. Can I bolt on them safely is the question. Totally did hear and see that. Okay, good to know.
Я нашел следы вторжения.
You gotta extract him.
Like to try.
Guard post.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
Thanks, Scheme. God, this game is so awesome. No! Stop doing that!
Subject on board.
I
Leave
need
the rest to us.
to find a button that lets me turn off diving forward like that. We should make a counter for it. Maybe that'll help me to not do it. Alright, I might do a supply drop here soon. Let me set up a counter really quick. Call it snake dive.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Marstead has accidentally made snake dive counter times. Set it to like 3, even as of this session. Alright. Sweet. Let me see about getting a supply drop with a new suppressor. That would be very nice. So to do that, I have to look Jumping off cliffs in Dark Souls is a huge part of the fun. Maybe I call it in the previous game you had to throw an item. Supply drop. Ammo full time.
Please select a drop point.
Open ammunition, suppressors, and consumed items can be resupplied if you lack the necessary resources or you're not developing this. Oh, there's some resources on the table. Because they're shining, so you could tell. I really like that component of the game. So the core reward loop of this game is outstanding.
Please select a supplies requested.
Still pretty bloody from whatever I was doing earlier. Oh, unicorn snake.
Supply drop complete.
I have to shower to get all the blood off me. That's cool. Is that only cosmetic? Knowing Kojima, it probably isn't, right? Probably actually does something. There we go. Got the suppressor back, got some more ammo. Fantastic, okay. Feeling good. There's no such thing as only cosmetic with Kojima. Alrighty, let's go. Do any of these world mission quests have time limits?
Arrived at Mother Base.
Seems like they should.
Sun will
It'll be
rise.
dawn soon. Your surroundings will be easier to see, but that goes for the enemy as well. The guard detail
Hey,
at
six
Soviet
gun.
outpost changes in the morning too. Watch yourself.
There's a time limit, it tells you. Okay. Would make sense. Your game gets complicated every time you show up in the club covered in blood. Let's dismount. Sneak on over there just in case. I should probably get in the habit of scouting more too, so I know what I'm up against. Over the fence. This is the thing where it like shows what cast members it's featuring. It's super odd. Just see what the hell kind of game Death Stranding is.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Watt Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Watt Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
So like, the game is open world
Boss, your
until
target just happens to be the
you...
man who developed your prosthetic
Oh wait
hand,
till Kaz stops stuff.
and he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
So is this like an open world phasing sort of thing where ooh, it's a bear? Damn.
The map has been updated.
Like, there's certain objectives and characters and items that only phase into the map once I trigger an instanced mission. I'm still on the world map, but now it's all phased in, and it wasn't there until I talked to that thing to start the
The
episode.
Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Yeah, Ocelot kind of has the southern accent, right? Ish. Gotcha. Okay. That's how World of Warcraft works right now. It's this big open world, but as you opt into certain quests... Really love that they have this in the game. Now, does that last longer? Like, what affects the duration of that? I seem to remember it lasts longer if things are going well for you or something. Bridges are dangerous, I should scout. Oh, the slowdown thing? You can turn that off? Interesting. Lasts longer if I haven't been hit. I see. Get back to max time when you take a shower. Ha! That's funny. I'd love to get a Mosin. Silenced tranking sniper rifle would be great. I love this tagging system. I know I gushed about it all throughout Ground Zeroes in episode 1 of this game, but it's such a cool mechanical way to reward scouting. In a lot of games you can scout for scouting's sake, but I think it fits the fantasy really well. Guards near. Tag, yeah. Might go back to Mother Base after this one and try to take a shower.
Wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
That was Revolver right there, right? Ocelot, I should say. And I have to go back to Mother Base to get new missions to appear. Okay, so I can do whatever missions are on the map once I zone into the map, but I have to go back to get new stuff. The other thing I dig is that the whole full-taunting system is a cool way to incentivize stealth, because you could totally play this game and just run around and shoot everybody, like every other Metal Gear
You
game.
have arrived at your destination.
But the Pokemon aspect makes you want to make as little noise as possible.
That crack would make a good foothold.
Crack climb.
You can use crack climbing to make your way up.
Cool. Do. Nothing to see here. This game, I mean, it might just be a Fox engine thing, but it has a lot of really cool, like, instant player feedback. Like, the little thing that pops up that tells you the number of headshots you've gotten so far. Feels really cool. I'll have to get a feel for roughly the range at which other guards can detect a photon. Looks like 50 plus kilometers is fairly safe as far as them detecting me. Seeing a guy get ballooned up into the air is probably a lot easier. There's a guy who didn't tag there. Technically, I could kidnap soldiers, excuse me, recruit soldiers by bringing them to the helicopter drop zone, right? Mostly what we did in Ground Zeroes. Let's see if this tips anybody off here. I think we're all right. Very cool.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Will do. So I gotta carry that guy down the ladder to be able to photon him, because the photon does not pass through ceilings like it does in Peace Walker. In that guard tower. Ledge pull? How does that work? Yeah, sure. What's the photon spot distance? Anything further than 40 meters is safe. They're not looking directly at it. Okay, thanks. This is my favorite part, Pokemon part. On the ladder, get over the top, not over in melee. And that won't kill them?
Extraction failed.
It's not too far of a drop. Grab them by the belt, put them on the ground. Oops. That's only if they're not already knocked out, I assume, right? This guy, I pretty much have to drop him over the side here. That's fine. Wasn't that long of a fall. Shit. Mispressed button there, it's okay. Just pick them up and jump down, should be fine. Okay. Just don't, like, drop them off the side, right? That's where they're liable to take damage.
Extraction failed.
So there's just a chance that extraction will fail even out in the open, right? It's not 100%. Also have magazines to throw. Upgraded full-time makes it more reliable, I see. Closer than that to be able to take him out. Yeah, Fulton is the main thing I'd be going for sure.
So you're
Whoops.
Be careful.
This guy doesn't necessarily. Oh, they can try to shoot them down.
Roger that.
Interesting. Balloon just took someone away. Oh man. Sandstorm. So I can try to use that to my advantage, I guess, once I've binoculared somebody. Assume that messes with his hearing as well.
You have arrived at your destination.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
30% is not going to go great. Whoa.
Leave the rest to us.
Oh shit. Heroism goes down, I see. Oh, the storm is what was making it bad? I thought it was that I was in an alert state. I like the lack of UI for things like alerts. It's all based on sound. So heroism is, among other things, it's a score of how stealthy you've been, I guess. Don't buy things you don't need. It looks like you take heroism penalties whenever you take hits. Possibly also whenever you are detected.
Огонь! Огонь! Огонь!
I like the extent to which I can use positional audio in this game. Feels like it would be tough to play without surround or a headphones, I should say.
Открыть огонь! Видите зеркало! Нужно прикрытие! Граната!
Do that past me, I should be okay.
Прекратить огонь! Огонь!
Everything's fine. Everything's good.
Потерял противника. Еще в последней точке соприкосновения. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение. Конец связи.
Yeah. Can I not do supply drops during this? Shit.
Выходи оттуда!
That'll probably help a lot, Yukipo, yeah.
request from your Izoid and I'll send supplies right away.
That dive was on purpose? That was not, though. It's a pain and they cost GMP.
Talk to me.
Does going back to Mother Base not cost GMP? Oh, yeah. That's too bad. Be more careful this time.
That's the Waksin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Maybe I should finish the mission and then Fulton people instead of trying to Fulton first. Guess I'm trying to get rid of bodies as much as possible. Yeah, I was doing it from the map earlier. I assumed that I could just... My original plan before I got detected was to capture all the guards out here. And then, call in a supply drop and then go inside of the base. Did not worth, like, the soldiers and stuff. Across the bridge last time, this will be a little bit trickier. Easier to get soldiers from smaller outposts. Okay. I figured I'd try to do what I did in Peace Walker and have as big of a team as possible and then start replacing the crap guys with better guys, but I see y'all's point.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Where are the others?
Okay, fair enough. I thought it'd be a high priority to get as many people as early as possible so that they're always researching stuff.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I love the inherent value of high ground in this game too. The way it rewards you for obtaining it, at least. So this is a crack climbing they were talking about.
That crack would make a good foothold.
Okay.
You can use crack climbing to make your way up.
That's cool. I love that Kojima has to call it crack climbing. He can't just call it climbing.
You have arrived at your destination.
But it's using a crack. He has this fun, like, need to name systems. You can climb up on, like, boxes and stuff, right? Clamber over things. So it's the only sort of rock wall that you can climb is when there's a crack, I assume, right? totally saw that guy before. Calculated. And those radar dishes are intelligent sometimes that I can capture. Yeah, naming with acronyms. I'm a big fan of that. The guy up there turns around in big trouble. Metal plate.
Where are your friends?
Oh, I think I did something with the radar dish last time. I'll generally ask to chat if I really need to know the answer. Well, that's fine if you want to tell me. Like, you have a little bit of a teleport distance to be able to grab people. You don't have to be directly behind them.
Where are your friends?
Thanks. There's a guy.
Extraction failed. Extraction failed.
I thought I was able to do something with one of these radar dishes in an early mission. Maybe that's what that is. This is Intel radio. You can get super photons to do things like capture trucks later on. I just can't do that yet. You can go ahead and answer. What do I do with the radar dish? Is there anything I can do right now? How many guards posted out here? That or the guy who gave me the intel left some out. I don't see anybody else around. I saw the thing on the table. I'll come back for it.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
Somebody hears something. Play it safe. It's the guy he just pointed out to me. Lets you set a closer landing zone. How do I do that? Do I have the tools to be able to do that yet? You go to the map and select pick up. Okay, that's cool. Don't you dare turn around this corner and stare at me.
Что ж, что такое? Солдат упал!
Oh shit, that might be bad. 35 was just barely okay.
You gonna extract him?
Really like that indicator. It gives you a chance to make up for something when somebody notices you. So if I stand next to this thing, I go to the map and I pick up. Oh, I see. Intel radio.
Target should be somewhere in that area.
Mostly it's noise. Okay, sure. I love the light difference. The stun guy takes the longest, or wakes up the fastest.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Right one tab. Okay, cool, thanks.
He's coming too. Roger that.
You know it, bud. Yeah, I think I agree. I love the rough diamonds. It actually has quite a bit in common with Breath of the Wild. At least in terms of the core design approach. Breath of the Wild is, let's design some physics, let's give you some tools. We'll make a puzzle, maybe we'll think of a way you might be able to solve it, but come at it however you like given your crazy set of tools. Yeah, it's really, really good. It makes me really sad about the Fox engine being basically gone forever. Used for pachinko animations. See the captive engine. I might actually do a supply drop really quick before I progress. If I can do so without getting busted. I see helicopter. Gotcha.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
And requesting supply drops, at least I assume, alerts enemies if they can see the helicopter. Do you want to do it somewhat remote areas?
Supply drop complete.
Hmm. And I just refilled my suppressor. Okie dokie. Somewhere within this circle. Now, interrogating people, I assume, can sometimes give you a more specific objective location. If I remember right, I can shoot up the radios, right? I don't know if there's a way to do it that doesn't consume ammo or suppressor. I don't think I can just punch them to death. This does have a suppressor on it, though. And that'll keep them from being able to call their allies. I love the light transition when you go from indoor to outdoor. Cool. This guy driving a car all the way down there. Apparently there's some sequence in this game, if I let it play out, it's gonna get my video copyright blocked on YouTube. I guess if that happens, I'll just go in and edit the audio afterward rather than try to turn it on and off constantly. The radios are all the smaller satellite dishes. Let's see. Yeah. I think Darkstar warned me about it. I don't remember which song it was, but I guess there's some song that will not just get the not just get a claim put on the video so that there's ads on it. We'll actually get it blocked in most countries. Space has one radio and 3 dishes.
You entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Boss, you've entered a building. Oh, really? Didn't think about that. Ah, so I could destroy this, basically, as a small dish.
Suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
So, where was the alarm? Why did that happen? There were no guards out here, and it was... I had the suppressor on. Building, huh? How does it taste? Oh, the guys down the hill heard even the suppressor? Because of the tink 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 sound, I guess? Interesting. Alright, I'll keep that in mind for next time. Oh, I fired a shot without suppressor. Oh, interesting. I had another question. Let me see if I can place it. Reading the resources. Let's go. So, how are they able to call in an alarm when I took out their radios? Or are there different radios assigned to different groups of guards, basically? Not now! Doing so well! Base to base is what I disabled. Ah, I see. And the stun from punching them out like that is a lot shorter. I need to get a weapon that is silenced that I use for taking out radios and stuff. So blue light typically means it's an electronic that I can take out, I guess. AR is my best anti-radio option. Okay. Gotcha. Will I ever get like a melee weapon that never has a suppressor that wears out that I could use for that purpose? Okay, it's gotta be a gun. Gotcha. But yeah, they wake up fast when you punch them out. Where are you taking damage from? Have to be shot or blown up. Okay. Whoa! It killed some of their own guards. I wonder if that counts against me. This must be it. Hey, friend.
That's the target. Looks like we found him.
Этот прогресс. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр.
You're one of my
Обычные
creations.
прогрессы. Это скучно. Специалист.
I do love the changes to carrying people. Look at this fireman's carry.
Можно сказать,
Great. If there's nothing in the way overhead, you should be able to fool him.
бионическая рука. Свою жизнь
100%. He keeps talking while I'm putting a balloon on him. I love that running joke in the cutscenes of Peace Walker as well. First try.
Extraction confirmed.
Has been
Your
updated.
objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
I'd very much like to do that. It's a pretty useful dive when you're using it on purpose. Quickly get behind cover. Okay, now their radios are busted for that, I see. Cool. I dig it. Looks like he escapes. Alright, I'm gonna go back to Mother Base. Probably just need to get a certain distance from this base, right? What I'm not super clear on yet is, and this is just musing, not necessarily asking for an answer, but like what sort of radius around a location is safe to call in supply drops and to, especially to call in a helicopter for an evac. I feel like I have to be really far. If I can see enemies at all, I shouldn't do those things. Leave the mission zone or chopper out.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Sweet.
Development project has been
Capture
added.
cage. Alright, so if I want to get out of here,
Please select a landing zone.
to go to one of these specific landing zones. So I'll get over there. Now, after I exit the base area, I'm no longer instanced into that mission. Those guards continue to exist, maybe? The ones that I just left behind?
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Gotcha.
Mission complete, boss.
Check. No retries, no kills. Oh, no reflex. That's cool. Reflex is like no fail mode in something like Rock Band. Like, it looks like the game still tracks whether you use it or not and gives you extra points for being good enough to not need it. But I like that it kind of controls the swinginess of a stealth game a little bit, as long as you make use of each time it pops up. A big mistake that run was not being careful with my suppressor while taking out that radio. I didn't realize that it would burn through it so fast. But I've learned that for next time. This is so weird.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Cool.
Our army is growing like crazy thanks to you, boss. In fact, it's getting downright crowded around here. To bring a greater number of people on board, we'll need to expand our facilities. To that end, I've created a base development unit. It has two roles, material refinement and platform construction. I'll start with the material
Experimental
refinement
arm
part.
technology.
The base development unit procures material
1980s.
resources on a regular basis according to its level. The materials are stored in containers and placed on the deck of Mother Base. Once they're finished being processed, they can finally be put to use. By using these materials to build new platforms, we'll be able to add a greater number of staff to our ranks. We don't need any specific instructions from you to refine the materials, but I want you to be the one to decide how we construct platforms. Once we have sufficient GMP and the required material resources, you can issue construction orders from your iDroid.
Cool. Got it. Prosthetic arms can now be developed. Spying Harrier. Bionic Specialist. Sinister Serpent. Gotcha. Mostly garbage, as you all were saying.
A long time in the field is bad for the body.
I can
and
probably
mind.
upgrade my
I think
scanner
it's
to
time
tell
you
if a
took a
guard
break.
is a higher skill or
Do it
not.
for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
Definitely need to take a shower. This game's super good mechanically so far. Digging it.
Edie, come back!
It's a puppy! It's a little pupper! Almost missed the doggo.
Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though.
He'll get bigger?
Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. I have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. The little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
Oh, see? Fucking Kojima. He has to. He can't let you just figure that out.
Hostile at raising hounds. Fine.
Come on, Dee Dee.
Yeah, I wonder if he did. I wasn't sure. Wouldn't that be cool if it counted as part of a partial shower? Did you know that he took a whole smoke break with his 1980s vaporizer?
We received a back channel request from Langley. We're to find a piece of new American military hardware that's gone missing in the mountains of Afghanistan. It's a difficult mission, but I'd say you're back in top form by now. Check your iDroid for the details.
Got it. See if I can find the showers here. Maybe they're marked on the map. They are. Thanks, bud. Staff morale increase because somebody saw me. I like it. Straight forward up here. Is it up maybe? Might be.
Boss,
Whoa!
Talk. Where are your friends?
Thought maybe I was gonna get a
we're ready to
salute button.
develop new equipment. Just give the order.
Thanks for that, boss. Get out of my way. I need to go to the showers. Yeah, it must be up. Porta John? Okay. No, I can't go up here, so that's... This thing? Oh, shit. Okay. Physically and mentally refreshed. That's funny. Alright. Let's see. Resources development, base facilities. Construction status locked because I don't have enough metal or fuel resources, but I do have a sufficient amount of GMP. Is that right? I see. Okay. Understand how to read that. Staff management.
Staff assigned. Staff assigned.
Nobody's in the brig. So all those people I just kidnapped are on board immediately. Of course they are. A++. Is there an S above that? There's a record of killed in action. Interesting. That still shows me a little 9 here. I'm trying to figure out what that means. Oh, those are new people that I recruited that I haven't reviewed.
Everybody knows that. There was this unit in World War II called Honeybee, and the commander was a woman called the Boss. They say she was the mother of modern day special forces. Anyway, so she defects to the Soviet Union. America's afraid she'll leak all kinds of military secrets.
Staff assigned.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear out this 9 over here. I don't think I can clear it. It just means that I got 9 new characters last mission.
He carried out a one-man infiltration of the Soviet Union.
Please specify a project.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. But I also heard the boss was
I want Fulton.
that they were involved. And that was why he turned his back on America.
Conversation in the background is cool. Tools. Fulton. UI support unit leveled up. Yellow marks in the bottom right. Get the cargo upgrade. Oh, down here. Thank you. I see now. The staff management still says 9. I can get that to go away, it looks like.
Please specify a project.
Cargo full time, I see. Guns and mortars. Got it. Shouldn't do this while I'm on Mother Base, right? Because I can technically request these while I'm in mission. So I can maybe get support unit up if I move some people around. If anyone else is even kind of good at support. I want to take them out of, no.
Select unit. Staff assigned.
Yeah, but I
Please specify project.
sorry. My question was, it says, do I want a supply drop of the thing I just ordered? I don't want a supply drop when I'm in Mother Base. And I was asking, why would I bother doing that? It's like, oh, that's right, because I could technically do this outside of Mother Base and request a drop of it immediately. I bet that's instant. So level 2 Fulton just lets me carry more of them, it looks like. Doesn't actually increase its efficacy yet.
Whatever supplies you need, just let us know, boss.
Potentially later on. Speaker function. Markers placeable. I do want markers eventually, that sounds useful. Analyzer. That's what I was just asking about earlier.
Please select a drop
Actually, no, I didn't
point.
actually do that.
Please specify a project.
Researching. Huh. So I think it said earlier that my best version will always be equipped when I deploy. But I'm trying to go from, I currently have a 1-star, I'm trying to get a 2-star scope. I want it for the analyzer function so that I can see the rating of cards. And I understand how to research it and how to request it as a supply drop, but I just want to replace my number 1 scope with a number 2 scope, basically. Oops, that didn't display screen. Okay, thank you.
Please specify a project.
Horse equipment. The D horse.
Please specify a project.
Definitely don't need any of that stuff. Look at some of the other weapons now.
Specify a
Really quick.
project.
Alright. Sniper rifle, bolt action. Snake's new skills. Extended reflex mode duration. Sounds good. Do not need the speaker function. Yeah. Level 3 requires Golden Crescent. Oh man, this is really cool. I like going into the map and trying to get all this shit. R&D team level 20. That's gonna take a while. So machine gun, assault rifle. Shows me the improvements from the level 2. Recoil dampening, standard stock. I need better suppressor. So I can't bring extra suppressors with me, right? The only way to refill suppressor is to request a supply drop, it seems. Non-lethal. Medical team 15, R&D 15. It didn't have Metal Gear Solid associated with it. After we've got into the main gameplay part, it's gotten surprisingly brief. Like, it's definitely feels like the most focused on gameplay Metal Gear Solid game I've ever played before. We'll see if that continues to be true. Capture cage, animal capture. Huh. Okay. Cardboard boxes. And a cigar. Fast forwards time. Effect duration. Active sonar. Wow, you can add some cool stuff to this. Already bought that. Precision medical stun. You played this and MGS4, they wouldn't even feel related. I know, right? It's like the exact opposite approach to making a Metal Gear game. So every soldier I meet, I increase morale by them seeing me on Mother Base.
Starting to get a little crowded around here, boss.
Working on it, dude. On Steam right now. As far as I know, everything's fine. Alright, let's go back and do the episode 4 mission real quick. When I failed the tutorial mission out here, I accidentally dropped the guy off the ledge and he died. And then we watched the whole thing all over again. It's pretty great. Great's a word for it. Mission.
Please select a mission.
Let's do number 4. Oh. Control. You doing alright there, controller? Do you need batteries? Hey, Ben. It's acting like it's trying to sync. I might need to plug it in instead of using the wireless. Select things directly from the map by using D-pad. Oh, like here?
Marker
So I
placed.
could have made a marker for the shower. Hey, Ben. Very
Please
little.
select a mission.
Oh, I have to accept it.
You hear all
Let's see.
kinds of stories. From what Commander Miller says, there's more to it.
Side ups.
We had this feud with an American covert intelligence agency called Cypher.
Please select a landing zone.
The boss built
I love you too, Ben. You're very cute.
Landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
military muscle. Boss said
I like this cipher concept. I wish it wasn't introduced in the 11th hour in a post-credits sequence in Peace Walker.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Has the sale started? Black Friday winter sale? I'll have to get in on it. I missed last year's sale. I ended up spending quite a bit more on games this year. Yeah, we should totally do cassette listening. Different sale.
Gaining altitude.
I have to sit on this for a while. Let's see. Yellow are important ones, right?
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they modeled themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago, we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state. Yes. Sooner or later.
Listen to the rest of it while I'm riding around on the horse. Pen.
Side ops list
By
updated.
connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there.
Overall completion,
Take as long
2%.
as you need to consider all your
I'll
options.
probably play this game more off stream once we beat it. I'm not going to go like all in on trying to beat it as fast as possible, but we'll try to stick to main story after this opening stuff when I get more used to the controls.
Ocelot said the number of private forces is increasing, and they model themselves after us. They're a far cry from the likes of us. But why? 9 years ago, we made enemies of the world as a nuclear-equipped force, independent of ideology or state. Yes. Sooner or later, the real UN would have stepped in. So why are they giving these PFs free reign? That's our fault, too. What do you mean? What happened 9 years ago was a real problem for a lot of people. An organization as big as ours, with our facilities, was wiped off the map. Not an easy thing to hide. But if our existence came to light, so would the names of our clients. We had contracts all over, east and west, from superpowers to banana republics. The lot. Our clients denied all association.
Try to
with
listen
the
to
likes
one
of us.
yellow
They had to
cassette
make sure things
between
didn't
each mission.
blow up on them. But at the same time, they missed us. They really missed us. The demand for armies for hire was as strong as ever. The international community turned a blind eye to what happened to us, despite still needing people who could do our jobs. History couldn't afford to lose us. As soon as we were gone, they needed a replacement. So private forces spread everywhere. And they're all just a phone call away. But still, I know. PFs are totally different from what we envisioned. Nation-states, revolutionaries, terrorists. They have a lot of clients, and Cypher is one of them.
So the dream is you listen to these during the missions in the game, but like you really need to be able to hear what's going on in the mission.
The world's PFs are all just expendable pawns. The clients don't have to worry about losing their own men. Nobody knows they're involved, and PFs are cheap. In short,
how big of a deal are private forces, like mercenaries, today?
Even some of the old Mother Base.
I know there's like Blackwater and the like, but
PFs. Some guys created their own smaller forces. Others were taken on by emerging PFs. Everybody's gone their separate ways.
Doggo.
But none of them are living their dream, because they're not fighting with you. Of course, I tried to headhunt as many of them as I could for Diamond Dogs. It was all a waste of time. They said they weren't interested without you to lead them. But now you're back. And everything's gonna change. We'll unite all private forces under you, transcending nations and economies. What is a nation? Just a patch of dirt. The bonds among us will surpass nations, and that's what'll put the world under our control. We'll establish a new kind of country, redefine the very concept of it.
It involves it's based on kidnapping people and having child soldiers.
Federation of Military Nations. The United States of Force.
Kind of sounds just like
big bosses
pretty
return
normal
starts
country.
traveling. That'll be our true
Daily
deterrent against
bonus.
Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you.
Keep these playing. I do want to listen to this next
Cypher
one
lacks a large-scale fighting
later.
force.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Target shooting challenge on Mother Base. 30 some time for listening. Yeah. I'd like to have something to do while listening to them. Yes. Gotcha. So that should have given me the upgraded scanner, right? Tools. Scope lets me analyze now. Okay, it works. Great. Generally, it lets me do that automatically. That's nice. Select buddy. Can't pick the dog yet because he's not old enough. God, that would have sucked to miss. Lose out on the doggo. Change characters later on. That's cool too. What's with the red exclamation point on the cigar? Why should I get rid of the cigar? Probably not going to use it. So I need to just skip time to make it be nighttime, right?
Deploying.
Very cute, Ben. See if I can put you on the cat cam. So furry. move right as I turn that on.
You need to disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment.
Got it.
First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Yeah, taking out stuff. It's good to know that the game teaches you at some point.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
I'm gonna try to be. Spotty about what it does and doesn't teach. You guys can explain mechanics to me. Stuff like the radar dish, even if I don't ask. I don't mind that too much, as long as it's not giving away something in the story. Especially if it's like a cool little Kojima Easter egg thing where it's not actually very useful, but it's kind of neat that they thought to edit. Thanks, Propagable. Really played this game a lot, it sounds like. You know all the ins and outs. Leaving a lot to discover. What's your map every time you get off helicopter? Gotcha.
Analysis complete.
He's a D. I see. That's useful.
Analysis complete.
I could try to take that mortar. This isn't the mission zone, though. Did I know that was a guard post by looking at the map? Because I'd already scanned the mortar or something? Bird squares. Oh, I see. 24. Gotcha. That's good to know, thanks. Teleporting horse. I'll wait for this to pass so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Northern Cub. Seriously? Not a great start. Not great. Oh, 24 photons now? Is that just from the level 2? Seems nice. Alright, so I should watch the map for outposts. I guess also the chance that there will be guards walking around is much higher the closer I get to the objective.
You have arrived at your destination.
Roads are patrolled. Stay away from roads.
First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Analysis complete.
Ooh, that guy's got a B.
Analysis complete.
Actually, want to go recruit him. B or higher, right? Doesn't tell me if it exceeds. That shows me the area of effect for the mission.
Analysis complete.
C in medicine. Oh, okay. It'll be red or something. I finished taking the guy out before he finished getting his alert in, I guess. Yellow for alert, red, white for all's fine, I guess. Sorry. Jahan, I don't know what to try next. I'll reach out to Deepbot tonight. Maybe it is VPN related. It looks like everybody else is earning okay. It's just tricky to go live.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
The other one was totally a tactical takedown. We'll call it that. Running up and punching someone in the face while they shoot at me. It's very tactical. It's the main guy I wanted to capture because he's a B. B is pretty advanced.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
To deal with the dudes that have the little
Analysis
red
complete.
radio, are they better at calling in alerts or something?
Analysis complete.
Oh, so they don't all have radios. Interesting.
Analysis complete.
Kind of assumed they all had radios earlier.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Gotcha. Review everyone's skills here. See if there's anybody I want to capture. I don't think so. Maybe the C in medicine guy, but he's way in the center. Oh, so this is the difference between communicating with other people at the base I'm at and communicating with HQ. I see. That guy's got a B in medicine. Do I get it? No space and platforms. You're saying like, so the thing I was trying to do last mission that was bad, I should do this mission? Capture everybody? Since I have the extra Fulton space and the resources to do it that I didn't have before, that's what's changed, right? Okay, gotcha. Because this is technically the mission before the one I did before.
Что происходит?
I understand. It's too far. Do you want to capture that guy? Didn't see anything. Everything's fine. Oh boy. Doo-doo-doo. Is there a way to grab people from over cover? Like, if this guy were to walk right up to this wall, is there a button I can press to grab him and pull him over and see if you see him? Cool. It's interesting that that still counts as a reflex. I'd have to go really slow behind him to not tip him off, I guess, right?
Speak.
Gotta start full-toning these guys soon. Do the number of Z's go down as they get closer to waking up, or is there no indicator when they're close? Gotta get some upgrades to make less noise when I'm walking. There's no indicator, okay.
Where are your friends? Spit it out.
Alrighty, let's get all these guys out of here. Let's do it. Sneaking suit's a quiet walk upgrade. I was able to get that fairly early in Peace Walker. I guess it was maybe like a third of the way into the game. They're not friends, they're coworkers. I don't get along with these people.
You gotta extract him.
This hat fell off, that's funny.
He's coming too.
No, it
Roger that.
changed the feel of Peace Walker significantly. I think it was late in the story, but in terms of like number of missions, it didn't feel that late.
You gotta extract him.
Car right here near. You're saying it's
coming
not
too.
worth
Roger
full-toning like mortars and stuff. Is there any value to it? Is it eventually worth GMP or something? It sounds like it actually costs GMP. Whoa. Fuck saw me. Oh, hello.
Outpost captured.
You gotta extract him.
So he was listening to music the whole time, I guess. Gotcha. Make sure I grab the Asia cassette.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Anytime, that's it.
That radio transmitter is used to relay messages between outposts. Take it out and the mission's complete. Good work. You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
I've seen that guy floating in the car. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I know, right? Well, I think Darkstar was warning me, telling me the thing everybody hates about everyone's favorite game, that, there's some song in this game that will get my video completely blocked on YouTube. They won't just put ads on it. Yeah. It's a bummer. It seems like they put a lot of work into getting the licensing for it, too.
He's coming
0%
too.
on the trip.
Roger that.
Alright, I think I got everybody. And I think I understand now. So big base, don't try to capture everybody. Small base, if I've got the room for it, I should. I really hate the record industry so much. Part of it's like, I don't mind if a portion is blocked or muted, or if ads play briefly. You know, look at it as a percentage of the entire work. If I have a 5-hour VOD on YouTube and there was a 6-second copyrighted clip, the entire VOD is Fruit of the Poison Tree.
Whoa, whoa!
Wow, that horse can stop on a dime. Yeah. Grenade the radar. So I'm gonna head back really quick. I think it's empty. Yeah, that seems fair. Oh, you like this song? You should buy it. There you go.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Oh, you know a base is empty when you get the codename for it? I didn't see that pop up. Can I see it when I look at the base here? Is there some material containers I can pick up? Ah, okay. So if I had a bigger full ton, I could get this material container and get a shitload of ore instead of having to collect it. Gotcha. I should finish looting it, I guess. That seems pretty good. I can't temporarily take the suppressor off, can I? Maybe there's a button for it. Oh, I can't. Cool. There's no reason to take out the dishes. Okay. I thought the radio did one thing and the dishes did something else. And I should be grenading this giant dish. Radio or 3 dishes. Okay. Giant dish is the anti-air radar. Ah. Okay. That. Hey.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, and that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
I understand now. Gotcha. Now, see, I had another question here. Do decisions like that, like destroying that radar, are those permanent for this map or just for this instance, the mission that I'm currently in? Like, will this base eventually get restaffed with their guards? Alright, I call it so then. Everything I wanted.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
It's a while and preventable. There's no way to, like, staff my own people at these things, right? That would be kind of cool. 12 or 24 hours, I see. I feel like that would be the natural evolution if Kojima kept working for them. Clear out but not take over. Gotcha. It's not went much better. I still had some close calls, but I'm probably spend an extra hour in Ground Zeroes learning that when you punch dudes out or CQC slam them, they wake up much faster.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Sweet.
Gaining altitude.
I want to level all that stuff up. There's a bunch of things in the research that I really want.
Departing area of operations.
This game's reward calibration is very well done.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
So what? I feel like I'd want to go back to Mother Base after virtually every mission. Is there a reason not to do that other than that it takes time? Kills, no retries, no combat alerts, perfect stealth kills, accuracy. It's taken. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize it cost every time. 2,500. Sure. You get to punch your own minion and thank you for it, so that's worth it. Yeah. And presumably hopefully get to pet the doggo. Rampant Bear. Counselor. Like it summarizes the thing they're best at, that's cool. You got 2 B ranks, it's very exciting. And a bunch of garbage. I see.
Boss, as requested, we've added an analyzer function to your binoculars. Now you can view soldiers or POWs and get a readout on their rank or any special skills they might have. Depending on their skills, They may even be able to develop new types of weapons or items. Try it out the next time you're thinking of folding someone.
That worked out really well last time, so we're going to try to listen to one tape after every mission. Let me run to the restroom. I'm back, thanks. Accept rewards. Oh, it's daily bonus. There's like a Konami store or something that I can spend coins on crap. Yeah, the iDroid, especially back in the 80s. Whoa, are you kidding me? Yeah. I think the iDroid's kind of icky. Documentation. These things that I unlock by finding them? Oh, okay, I see. Poster I got. That's cool. Development.
Please specify a project.
So we need to assign people first. Auto assign all step.
Staff assigned.
Now, if I develop something, for example, I developed Photon level 2, which required support staff level 9, and now I've downgraded below 9. Can I continue to use the level 2 photons? Is that kind of a cheese thing? 5.25 inch floppers. What?
Please specify a project.
I think I still have it. I'm not 100% sure. Now, these different arms don't stack, right? Like I can choose the mobility arm, or the active sonar arm, or the precision arm, and so on. Once I can afford to unlock any of them, obviously.
Please specify a project.
C4. Got the plans for it. Alright, this is fine. Let's go ahead. Listen to a cassette tape. Probably be doing that whenever I'm reading through that stuff anyway. Don't have any new yellow cassettes, so I'll listen to some of the other cassettes that I haven't heard before.
Once word of Big Boss's return starts traveling, that'll be our true deterrent against Cypher. In other words, no one will dare to come gunning for you. How do you figure? Cypher lacks a large-scale fighting force. PFs are the perfect tool for them. But those PFs revere you.
This is cool.
The legendary Big Boss. If Cypher killed you now, they wouldn't take it lying down. Maybe they'd even go looking for revenge, but they definitely wouldn't keep doing Cypher's dirty work, even if it put their lives at stake. That's why it's no longer a benefit to
Achieve a
Cypher to
bond
get
level
rid of you.
25% with
The very
dealers.
fact that you're alive is our greatest defense against Cypher. Nice to know. It'll buy us some time while we get back to full strength. Just keep in mind that what I'm saying is generalizing a lot. In practice, the PFs around the world don't know your face. Just declaring that you're big boss won't be enough to convince them. And if they see you as an enemy, they'll come at you with everything they've got. Some hero. That's why you need to bring them back to Mother Base. Show them on your terms that you really are the one and only big boss.
Oh, is there a way I can
Once
collect
you've proven
rewards?
that, they won't hesitate to join us.
Development
That's cool.
project has been added.
It's pretty sweet, actually. It's giving me new crew members that are good at stuff.
Project has been added.
That's awesome. I really like that. Little mini goals to do in addition to the main mission, I guess. Oh, this just summarizes everything that I have that I can accept rewards from. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That's kind of a way to give me an early start, I guess, but eventually I just finish all of those and I have to get real recruits.
Staff assigned. Staff assigned.
R&D, 11 support. Don't have medical yet. Just get them as they come. Yeah, I figure.
Please select a mission.
Part of the Mujahideen's arsenal against the Soviets is secretly supplied by the CIA. But the war continues to drag on with neither side gaining the advantage. Now though, the CIA have started supplying the guerrillas with a new weapon. We don't know the details, but rumor has it that it could turn the tide of the war. The Soviets have heard about it, and it has them spooked. Now the Hamid Mujahideen were issued this weapon, but then they were wiped out in no time. There's no trace of fighting at their fort, and all their supplies are just sitting there. Naturally, that screams biochemical weapons, but the Soviets deny using.
No, I think I need to get to 20 R&D before the next weapon I care
Whatever
about.
happened, the Soviets have invaded the area and are searching for this Western weapon tech. This is the CIA's worst nightmare. If that weapon falls into Soviet hands, it'll drastically rewrite the history that's being made here. But the company can't be seen entering the area. That's where we come in. Boss, head to the fort of Smasei Laman. Find the weapon before the Soviets, and bring it back to base fast.
The AR
The
upgrade
weapon
is
codenamed
just
Honeybee. To the U.S.
recoil
It's a vital
dampening.
military secret.
It doesn't make the suppressor any better, right? Also, where do I go to upgrade suppressors? I assume I can do that somewhere. That one reads 20. Later versions will. And I'll need to get the grade 2 as a prerequisite for the grade 3. Yeah, like scope mount, dot sight, dual magazine, I can see being good. Sure. I want that, and I want a trank sniper rifle. Is there an easy place where I can see whether something is trank? I see non-lethal there, but I'm just wondering if... Oh, I see ZZZZZ. Okay, I see it now. It says damage or ZZZ. Gotta get a medical team before I can even do that one. Rocket arm. It's pretty funny. I like that there's all these extra things you can find in missions, like blueprints and that sort of thing. It's pretty rad. Alright, let's give this a
Please
try.
select a mission. Mission accepted.
This game feels pretty huge. Gotta hunker down and pick something to do.
Deploying.
Oh, I missed checking the pistol grade 4, just showing how good it is. That's for my Hush Puppy or whatever, my trank pistol. One thing that's a bummer about going stealth is, like, there's all these cool weapons in all the Metal Gear games, and I basically only ever want the trank pistol and maybe a trank rifle.
Weapon codenamed CIA put it in the hands of the Hamid group of Mujahideen. But the Hamid fighters were wiped out. The Honeybee must still be hidden at their base, the fort at the Smasei Laman. Unfortunately, the Soviets are looking for the weapon as well. You have to get to it before they do. And bring it back here. There's a photo of the target on your iDroid. One more thing. Apparently, one of the Hamid fighters survived. He's missing. But if you can find him...
There's knockout rounds and automatics and shotguns.
Good luck, boss.
You have a suppressed shotgun that knocks people out. Shows me the deploy cost. Oh, okay. So bringing the Phantom cigar has some, even if it's very small, GNP cost that I can avoid. So there's patrols along the road, so I should be careful on roads no matter what. And the little boxes are outposts. And is Mountain Relay Base the one that I just took recently? In the previous mission? Beanbags. They don't knock people out though, they just, it's like riot control, isn't it? Non-relay is something else. Okay. Not a Skyrim horse! They hit you in the head, they do. No. I guess the whole concept of knocking someone out is already pretty fantasy in the first place. People can't be knocked unconscious for longer than, you know, like a minute, or they have permanent brain damage.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I like that it automatically highlights the best skill. This game feels really polished in the UI.
Analysis
That's one of the things I'm
complete.
most impressed about, like the visceral beep noises when you succeed on things, land a headshot. It's very, very, very clean. Part of what makes me sad, the engine's off limits. Like, they should license this out to other devs. Shot, most of the time people don't die, they fall over in pain and riot. Stealth horse. It's just a random horse walking around, not a person. Nothing to be afraid of. Just think about all the crazy shit you see in the Unreal Engine, right? Like, Hat in Time is in the Unreal Engine. The stealth component makes me not want to always be galloping on a horse. Sometimes I just want to kind of scope up my surroundings carefully. I know, right? All we can hope is that there'll be some change in leadership or something. I wonder if this is modeled on a real area. Or how much of the world is procedurally generated. Basically, I should be afraid anytime I'm on the road, right? Should do that only if I have to and be concerned there'll be people nearby.
There's something in there that could lead us to the Honeybee.
Hey, Park. Yeah. Like, if I'm walking around on the sides of the mountains like this, I'm pretty safe. But if I'm on the road, I should be respectful. It's not procedural at all. Interesting. Like, there's a little bit of procedural in Breath of the Wild, but a lot of it was authored.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
that the enemy sniper?
Analysis complete.
Darn, random patrol got off the road.
Analysis complete.
Since we're having a sniper rifle, would be nice. Oh, there's a big bridge checkpoint to have to sneak past to get to my objective. It's still really far from here. That's the mountain relay base, I see. So this is, if this were my mission, this would not be the sort of base where I should try to capture everyone.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Way too big, too many people, too much risk. Too open. Gotcha. Well, it helps to know that there are wildly different base sizes along the core game.
Analysis complete.
Yeah. No, I'm still accidentally diving every now and then, so... Didn't take me as long as I thought it would to get back in the hang of the controls for the most part, though, so that's good. Seems like a tough ravine to get out of. Let's see. Might be able to take the stairs, there's like so many dudes up there. I don't see like a crack to climb up. Does it generally recommend a good landing zone at the beginning of the mission, or should I be checking for closer ones? I don't know how visible I am when I'm climbing, so we'll find out. This is their solution to not make everything in the entire game climbable, I guess. Usually not a lot of options, okay. I think I prefer that, because there'll always be a correct one. So it's just a player mastery thing, you know which one is more convenient. Fortunately, my horse can teleport to catch up with me up here. Yeah, this is just too much work, right, Yuko? But there being some kind of procedural pass, at least. Well, I guess they could have also just modeled it based on real topography. Or even still too close. Okay, so that is one of the 3 dishes that I could take out instead of the radio. And they function exactly the same way. Like, both of them allow control whether the guys are talking to each other via walkie-talkies or talking to base. I can't cut off their connection to each other outside of, I guess, shooting each of their walkie-talkies, but I can cut off their connection to base.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
I see. Probably about time to call the horse back. Get far enough away now. Shit. Right. You can just prevent having to deal with reinforcements if you trigger an alert. It's the reason for taking down the radios. Makes sense. Now, why would I ever go for the 3 dishes versus the radios? Because the dishes are outside and I could potentially snipe them from safety. And I have to already be in the base to be able to take out the radio. This is super pretty. This kind of looks like the road spiraling up to Los Alamos. Flatter mountaintops. I see. Is there any reason, like, the challenges, that sort of thing, to, after clearing out a base, destroy all the equipment? It probably doesn't give me any money. It consumes ammo. God, this horse stops on a dime. Impressed.
That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of a benzodiazepine derivative that's the active ingredient in pentazemin.
I see. But they do repair it eventually, right? After a certain amount of in-game time passes. Yelled whoa so loudly. Done told you, bro. I don't know if you'll hear his buddy falling over.
Analysis complete.
That's gonna be in
Analysis
combat.
complete.
Now, are stats like their combat stat real when I'm fighting them in the wild?
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Seems bad.
Extract him.
Extraction
You know it.
arrived at Mother Base.
So like, when I run into an S-rank guard, they're gonna be better at combat, and when I go to fight them, I guess the other stats don't matter outside of in Mother Base. Whoops.
Analysis complete.
Exclamation point snake dive. Oh, sure. Yeah. But the stats actually represent their talent. If I scan them before I know how difficult they're going to be and they have high stats, they might be trickier to fight.
Analysis complete.
There's a bit of ways to go. I might just bypass this place.
Analysis complete.
The true stealth bonus is not interacting with the guards in any way and also not being detected. So like tranking them doesn't count. CQCing them doesn't count. Assume. Then you have no dudes. Alright, and this game is all about Pokemon, so you gotta get dudes. I'm just curious of the different ways to play this game. Catch every last bald Russian. unicorn. Shrapnel unicorn. Very cute. You having any luck, Jahan? Figuring out what's going on?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
There. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So is any mission that is not listed as a side op a main mission that's necessary to beat the game? I'm gonna go up the hill over this way. Okay. So there'll never be a mission that shows up in that main list that's skippable, basically. Ah. That beeping noise spooked me. Where's the ship coming around there? Okay, cool. So if I'm clearing these, I'm progressing towards finishing the game. That's what I need to know. Thanks. Positional audio is a big deal in this. I'd love to listen to all the cassette tapes during... I guess I could probably do it. Most of this mission I probably could have listened to cassette tapes up to this point, but I'd probably have to cut them when I get to a base. Smasei. So hopefully this counts as a checkpoint.
Your destination.
Whoa, that's cool.
At Smasei Fort, to Smasei Laman. Now to find the Honeybee.
So I have to find the ridiculously dressed lady who is completely justified because she breathes through her skin.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Been running into this. I need to find a way to classify this interesting school of game design thought. Someone's like defending a game's choices.
Complete.
Where,
Analysis
for example,
complete.
World of Warcraft. The dungeons in World of Warcraft have way too much trash in them. Trash being enemies that are not bosses.
Analysis complete.
Not a big fan of it. A defense I've seen for the amount of trash is they say, oh, well, on the higher difficulties, there's a little meter that you have to fill. Tracks how much trash you completed.
Analysis complete.
So you have to beat all the trash to beat the level, so the trash is a good thing. It's like, just because they added something that's like a partner system to the trash doesn't make the trash good. You know, just because Kojima said, oh, she has to breathe through her skin, so the way the quiet is dressed is totally reasonable. It's not actually an excuse. Yeah, just because you measure the suck doesn't make it not suck, exactly. And they could have just not done that in the first place.
Analysis
Is that prisoner the Hamid survivor?
Analysis
I'm
complete.
guessing the Soviets are making him take them to the Honeybee.
Analysis complete.
Okay, that'll take a while. Still a gunship, but it doesn't seem like he's coming to this area. Let me scan a little bit more slowly and carefully. Big gun. So this might be too big of a base, although I do have 24 full tons. I could, or well, I guess 22 now. I could make it happen. But it's big and wide open, and there might be guards and doors that I don't know about. Shit. I have eyes. Do. Yeah, we'll see. No, it doesn't just use that as a sight indicator, that's an awareness indicator. Someone's aware or alerted in my general direction, right? Take advantage of the cover here. And then you'd think that a sandstorm would be nice for covering the Fulton, but it's not super great, right? Because it reduces the chance of success, yeah, pretty significantly. I guess that makes sense, blowing around. Covers the Fulton from the plane picking it up, right? Seems like a bad idea. These guys are all far enough away. I could probably Fulton this guy. Do.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Do. Getting a better feel. I feel like seeing the Matrix is pretty important in this game to be effective. Understanding the quirks of the enemy AI. Like, it seems crawling is really effective in this game at decent distances. Yeah. Whether you should worry about them turning around, at what time they turn around. I think stealth is sort of a genre that only works when there's gaps in the intelligence of the enemy AI. If you made a perfect stealth game, I don't know if it would be that fun. Although, I've actually played a perfect stealth game, and it's called Fortnite. Because your enemies are other players. It's a different way of playing the game, but actively trying to hide. Make one mistake, it's game over. Night versus day makes a huge difference too. Sometimes you want to land at night on purpose. I guess I could use the cigar to fast forward tonight. That means extra time taken on the mission, which probably isn't great. Turn around, bright eyes. Are there buttons I can press to change the throw range? I can switch which side I'm throwing it over. I can switch to first person view. I don't think I can throw it at a higher. Use the D-pad maybe? I have a max range. Okay. Imagine that change basis where I'm standing, crawling, or crouching. I asked earlier, but I missed if somebody answered. The different prosthetic upgrades are different trees that I can pick. They don't all stack with each other, right? It's like I either have increased full-ton efficiency, or I have...
He's coming too. Roger that.
Every time he says he's coming too, I think he means I left a guard behind. Available to back you. Some of them stack, some are exclusive. Okay. Looks like the ones in the same horizontal line stack with each other at least. Where are you? Oh, really? There's another tower back there? Oh, interesting. I thought I was being smart about it. So that's the investigation that's happening right now? Looks like you always get heroism for interrogating. Try to keep doing that. I see a guy back there that might be able to spot me. Play it safe. Up you go. Better.
Now extract him.
There's loot to pick up here too. I should spend more time after clearing a base trying to find all the loot. Mic activity. Oh, that's hearing the rustling, I think.
Analysis complete.
Where can I see how close to capacity I am on my number of soldiers in the base? Do I see anybody else that I haven't tagged? Should get the guy in the watchtower at some point. Be careful about there being a guy in one of these buildings too. Hydrate. R&D's cap. Okay, so there's a cap for each team until I upgrade the platforms. I see. Shit. Wrong button. Classic Last of Us stealth maneuver here. Probably will result in me dying. It's interesting that he's not investigating the sound.
Where are the others? Speak.
This is fun. I'm enjoying doing it this way. Doing one guard at a time. I think the whole Fulton element adds a lot to it. Not just from the Pokemon aspect, but from like a slowly making progress, not having to worry about the old guards you knocked out picking back up again. Feels good. This wall seems to be a safe retreat point.
Subject on board.
Gotta be wary about that dude. Used to be all the way down here. Okay. Definitely picking up mic sound inside that building, so there's probably a person in there. Hide in the porta potty. Dude's over there. Guys are still pretty far away. Okay, that's the knocking noise. So you can make that without having to be against the wall. Gotcha. Super worried about there being somebody in this building. Come on, friend. My guy over there is still 70 meters away. It's fairly safe. I don't know, I'm gonna get those three guards that are all facing each other. It's gonna be tough. Figure out how smart they actually are. If they see the arc, if they'll follow it to its origin. I really like having the infinite magazines, it's really nice. Maybe I can go in on the remaining guys when I have the cover of darkness. Alright.
Spit it out.
That'd be some advanced level shit.
Sun will set shortly.
Perfect. Do the harder stuff under cover of night. I think I might double back and get that guard tower guy. I'm a little bit worried about him. Really like to have a sniper rifle for that guy.
Roger that.
So there's another outpost like back along the wall back there. Shit. I'm a UI junkie. I definitely like all of this UI tagging. Always been a big fan of the Soliton radar, but I'm impressed how well this game works just based on visual and audio clues. A lot of it has to do with the ability to tag the guards, I think, but might be on the map. Oh yeah, no kidding. Yeah, for sure. I was just kind of rolling with it after that and didn't think about it. So my best bet to recover him is to drop out the bottom, right? So we'll get this guy. Make more noise on the metal plate. Interesting.
Where are the others? Talk.
Sweet. I like the idea too, like there's a lot of, at least what I would imagine would be real world tactics that just kind of automatically convert to game mechanics because of the way everything has been set up. So one of them would be scouting during the day and then attacking at night. It seems very viable in this game. Because I feel like a lot of video games have weird strategies that aren't really connected to reality. Yeah. I can't keep them on while I'm like attacking people, right? It's only while I have the scope out. Seen that guy before.
You gotta extract him.
Complete.
They do have a battery. Oh, I can't leave them on. Right on. There'll never just be new guards that show up during a mission like this unless they're specifically called with reinforcements, right? amass further humans. Oh, there will? Interesting. Is it just a steady supply of them, or...? That's the only guy I didn't count for. Shift changes. Oh, that's interesting. And they don't get upset that, like, the person they're supposed to change shifts with isn't there to check in. I guess that's a downside of taking too long. Something bad. I've definitely seen patrols before. Just a car come drive by. Don't accidentally hit them. I've totally done that before. I can't throw a magazine from behind cover, right? I'll have to pop my head out. Someone had a flashlight on me a second ago. Yikes.
Лучше посмотреть! Иди за мной! Понял?
See if I can tag this new guy that's back here. So many new guards that I didn't account for with the shift change.
Иди за мной!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Забудь, не померещилось!
Must be seeing and hearing things. There's so many guards here.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Okay. As long as they're not actively looking for me, I might be okay lying straight down here. That guy's facing me. Oh, to die here would blow pretty hard. There's a guy that was in here before. Yeah. Basically, I took a long time to take out all the guards and bolt on them, not knowing about the shift changes. And now there's a ton of guards all around me and I'm terrified. Let's see who just spotted me. Gotta get somewhere with high ground and or with cover and try to scope this place out with all these new guards. Looks like the night vision also highlights collectibles, which is nice. don't think it's a new guard. I don't see anybody that I hadn't tagged. Now, are there a limited number of guards for all shifts, or like new guards generate from the ether whenever a shift change occurs? There's only a couple other ones that passed behind me earlier. Those two guys back there. Let's see if I can get them. Okay. Yeah. I'm just worried about the distance and being detectable. So you stay down longer if you choke them out, I think, versus... Oops. Versus CQCing them down.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You took out every single person in the army. Exactly. Sweet, finally someone answered me. See ya, 6 gun. I like that you can use the sandstorms to your benefit if you've scouted well before they trigger.
Where are your
Russia had to pull out of Afghanistan when all of their soldiers mysteriously disappeared. Vanished in the night. Meanwhile, a new army is forming out in the Atlantic Ocean. It appears to be made up of mostly Russian soldiers. In fact, the size of the army is exactly equal to the old size of the Russian army. What's happening here? Oh shit. Let's wait. That to get to 100%. Basically an elaborate way to get them all to change teams. It may have been okay, but just want to be as careful as possible here. Alright, that was terrifying. I definitely had the vision. I saw myself getting caught. I very rarely have close calls in stealth games. I'm either way on top of it or I get surprised and get caught immediately, so that took significant effort for me to stay calm once I saw I was surrounded by 4 guards. I actively saw flashes of myself getting all their attention. Yeah, I totally want to play Snake Katamari mode, bolt on the world. Sounds awesome. Could 100% be a game. Some patrol guards are back. Skinned these guys a long time ago. Actually, no, I think I know about these guards because of the guy I just interrogated. So that's nice. Value. There's someone in the watchtower again.
Complete.
Shit. Shift change. This is where I screwed up. They're gonna turn around and see me. I should be ready.
Это просто мое воображение. Ничего нет.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Hooray! Reflex mode. We'll thank that guy that I full-tonned earlier that told me where all of his guard friends were except the guy that was up on the tower. I could pull him down instead of having to waste suppressor on him, right? I think Six Gun was saying if I climb up the ladder. He's not friends with this guy though, he's a tick. Okay, cool. Beauty. Take out my other stun buddies here. Let's see any other guards out here. Should be safe.
Leave the rest to us.
Climb up without alerting him if there's room to stand behind him. Gotcha. Imagine the sound of them falling and thunking on the ground might get you in trouble sometimes. Okay, so we've full-on the entire camp twice. Hopefully there's not a third shift change in the morning.
Roger that.
God, every time he says he's coming too. I think what he should be saying is he's coming too? What he says he's coming too. I'm like, what the fuck? We woke up. Shit. Oh shit, who saw me now? That guy, apparently. No! I was so close to having the whole thing with no alerts. Oh my god! Damn it! Son of a bitch! Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. I know, right? My range is getting me in trouble here. Out of ammo. Okay. What? You have signed out. There's just the one difficulty in this one, right? Suppressing mortar fire? Can we not do that? Holy shit. They're really going to town on me here. I was feeling so confident. This is the deadest I've ever been. Holy shit. I still know enough about where I am to throw mortars at me, apparently. All because in reflex mode I missed the guy by the barrel by a hair. I like hits taken as a metric versus... I mean, you also have alerts triggered. If you take a lot of hits, you did really badly. It's a nice way to have a regenerating health system. I'm just gonna chill for a while. Trying to decide if I want to try to call in a supply drop. Orange, got it. Summarizes what their last order was, I guess. Don't let them flank you. Yeah, about that. After taking fire, all bases tighten security.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I like how they're adding light here, so I'm easier to see. It's terrifying. Can always try to magazine them in the face, right? Just turn on the heart rate monitor for stuff like this. In this case, the consequences for me are all of the guards that I've full-timed so far, so I have a very high incentive to not die and try again. So I don't think I get to keep any of those full-timed guards if I die. Can't take this guy out if he detects me. Can try hitting him in the face with a... Not like that.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I feel like trying to hit a guy in the face from below with a magazine is asking for trouble. Remember that one time those three guys were standing around the target snake for like an entire day and you were just dicking around ballooning people? Poor guy probably had to go to the bathroom, probably had to eat. This is a little guard outpost from earlier that I missed. That's cool, the battery recharges over time, I didn't know that. Thought once I ran out I'd be screwed for the mission. You know this is a sneaking mission, right? The helicopter. Gunship, I should say. I should really just hang back here until their entire search is done. It was really close to being done before that guy happened to spot me in the grass. Oh, last known position still. So, talk amongst yourselves. Anything good going on lately? Anybody see any good movies? It's a couple weeks ago, but apparently, a couple months ago, apparently A Star is Born is super good. Those of you in the US have plans for Thanksgiving? Oh, yeah, that's weird. Still bummed about not having Sacha Baron Cohen in the Queen movie. Could go food coma. Snake 100% needs a shower right now.
Analysis complete.
I really take this opportunity when I'm far away from enemies to try to call in a supply drop. Definitely need one. Yeah, going to a coworker's house in town. That's why I gotta start early and end early tomorrow. Oh, new Wreck-It Ralph is out? Has it gotten good reviews? I saw people were worried about it. Surprised me because people usually aren't worried about Disney movies. The first one did really well. Don't you fucking dare. You gotta be kidding me. He better not come up here. He has no reason to come up here. Okay, good. That is high on the list of things that I ain't even trying to hear.
Police or supplies requested.
Hopefully the gunship doesn't take out my helicopter. It's worrisomely close.
Supply drop complete.
"40 meters is the magic number. That supply drop. That guy's gotta be 40 meters away, or there's a good chance he'll see or hear it. 49 meters. This game's playing with my heart right now. Okay. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Okay. 21 shots. Let's try doing this again. They are no longer in alert status. Good. They probably have completely restocked their guards. Fortunately, I had full-timed everyone that was already in there, so the remaining guards
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
probably all new. That may have been a checkpoint. That'd be nice.
Development project has been added.
Ooh, development requirements met. Sneaking suit. Yes, please. It's pretty early.
You have arrived at your destination.
Again. Now I definitely have to survive again. Because this isn't always a way to
Analysis complete.
see guards easily from a distance. Probably need thermal goggles or something similar for that.
Analysis complete.
Pretty much have a brand new set of guards. I'm trying to decide if I want to try to full-on them all again. If I do that, I basically have to be perfect, and they're marching this guy inside. It's interesting. I thought he was just stay in front the entire time. Yeah, keep all of my existing bolt-ons. That makes sense. I just don't want to deal with these guys if I have to leave. That's my main fear. Guess I could take out the guys that are closest. At least take out this guy up here in the tower. He's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I hear you. Oh, stop that, everyone. Saw a Reddit post that was like, Halloween is the sole guardian keeping Christmas from starting even earlier. My sleepy boy. Yeah. No, it was happening with Cat as well. He was working at the grocery store in town. I'm really glad that he eventually got a job that treats him like a human being. County actually gives him vacation. They're in Columbus this week, actually. Very happy for them. on this guy and stun guy, and then the guy in the guard tower, and then I think I'll go inside. These are the main 3 guards that I was worried about. One's on the outer perimeter I'm not as concerned about. Balloon diplomacy. Yeah. And the grocery store job is awful. At least I now have a way to get inside. Before, there were just 3 guys all facing each other, which is like death knell for stealth game safety. Problem I kept running into in Deus Ex. Alright, it's probably a shift change, so I should just get going now. Does look like there's multiple ways inside though, so that's cool.
You gonna extract him?
Yes, I am.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Behind a wall. This reminds me of like Petra. It's very cool.
Prisoner has died.
Prisoner died. Did I fail this mission? They must be talking about somebody else. Maybe it's one of my people in the brig.
Where are your friends?
Enhanced interrogation. Right. Okay. So it was the guy that was out front. That's interesting that something does happen eventually if you take too long. I was worried they were just gonna stand out in front the whole time.
Leave the rest to us.
Could I repeat the mission and try to save him? Like, does it restart the instance basically when I load back into the same level? Or is he dead forever on my save now? Gotcha. That's cool. I saw there were a bunch of other optional side things I didn't do in the earlier missions. How about the Honeybee? It's not that prison. This is a really cool area. Staircase around here somewhere, right? I saw him pushing them inside. Maybe it's further indoors. They're showing me there's a vehicle there. Okay. I love that noise. It's very satisfying. So careless with their diamonds. Diamonds, one of the main ways to get extra. Oh shit! Can't drop down there. Main ways to get extra GMP. These pits are gnarly. That's cool. To jump over the pit. Okay, good to know. I think there's a way for me to. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. That's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing is ruined yet. This is so cool. I'm really stoked about this like ruins area. So like they stand out front for a few hours and they march the guy inside and then they execute him eventually. I feel like very little of this game is random. Be sure those were authored little loot caches there. I'm excited about all the loot in this game, which I was never excited about anything in Metal Gear Solid 4, mechanically at least. Oh shit.
Analysis complete.
Super careful because I do not have anywhere to hide if I get busted. The guard I just marked a second ago. This guy I can't easily bolt on. Let's see what I'm gonna do. So strong. Fireman's carry. Large diamonds, nice. Please tell me there's no dudes hanging out up front here. There's some dudes. %, huh? It's not anybody hurt that.
You gotta extract him.
Maybe they did. Shit, totally did. Shit, 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 shit. Got no way to hide in here. A balloon just took someone away. Oh, that's normal. That happens sometimes. Nothing to worry about. Don't stress about it. It's just part of warfare. People get kidnapped by balloon all the time. Should have this out in case I have to do a reflex shot. Tried to fuck it up so bad this time, too. One of those games where the memes just sort of write themselves, or it's almost kind of silly to make fun of it. I bet there's a billion webcomics about the goofiness of this game. The series in general are really. These are the original 3 dudes. Y'all guarding the Honeybee in here? Honeybee, oh, it's a weapon.
You've secured the target. Now you just need to bring it back.
Extraction.
Call the chopper from your iDroid.
Base.
You are not to use the Honeybee. The order was to recover it with its ammunition.
That's funny. Can I call the chopper in here? Because that would be really convenient.
Please select a landing zone.
But I might be able to Fulton people out of here. Really? I guess I'm not tricked. It's a little bit of a challenge, it looks like. Still gets them out of the battlefield, I guess.
He's coming too. Roger that.
60% chance hype. Alright, 2 out of 3, 60%. That means this one's gotta fail, right? That's how statistics works. Oh shit, I misplaced that. He's gonna run into the ceiling.
Extraction failed.
Alright. Thought I got him to the same spot as before, but I did not. Back up a little bit, I think. Alright.
Extraction failed.
Whoops. Well, that guy's not alive anymore. Yeah, use up all your high rolls at the beginning of the game. You have no choice ever again. You will roll badly after that. This is how it works. Could I have come in here through the back all along if I had known that this existed? Cutscene. Shit. That time Snake took 3 days to do a 20-minute mission. Quick adventure. In and out. Oh, that's creepy. We've seen that before in this playthrough, right? Yeah, they're kind of unusual. I haven't seen the giant stone hand before, though. Yeah. That and, like, the pyro guy. It actually was a giant stone fist. Psycho Mantis trapped me in. Okay. Oh, I guess maybe it's a Metal Gear. That makes more sense. I thought it was like a golem or something. What? Ancient Mayan Metal Gear. Mayan Gear. Is it Zero? Oh no, this is the guy from the beginning.
Big boss.
XOF is Fox backwards, guys.
My. How you've changed.
This is Skull Guy from
You became
Ground
a demon
Zeroes.
for such little weapons as that?
Kojima's such a goof.
Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually.
This guy looks like Zorro. Satan in a Zorro costume.
If you get out of here alive. Rest in peace this time. I'll see you in hell, boss.
They'll never know.
What the hell was that thing? It was huge.
Remember that Metal Gear that we built? It's probably one of those. Oh, now there's ghosts, undead soldiers again. They, like, eat your soul and shit, apparently? Alright. Man, the 80s are wild.
It's the mist unit. The skulls. What's he doing to that soldier?
Extraction arrived.
Damn it, they're everywhere. Those skulls are too fast. If he had a homing weapon. Boss, maybe it's time to see what the Honeybee can do.
Oh, really? I have a lot of ammo for it. That didn't really work.
Now we're talking.
Oh, I guess it did, I just couldn't see it.
Bonus now.
It's a pretty cool boss fight in a game I wasn't expecting to have boss fights at all. They're like teleporting shadow ghost zombie soldiers. Yeah, not full taunting these guys.
You took down the skulls. Boss, you really are a living legend. Now call the chopper to get out of there.
That's me.
Back to base.
These two stun dudes, I didn't do this. I'll take them. Free stunned guards. A good gift horse in the mouth. Maybe they just got so spooked by the spooky teleporting ghost guys. They just passed out. Helicopter.
Please
Oh, I can
select a
only
landing
press a
zone.
button.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Ooh, my one landing zone is a ways out of here.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
So it'll take me a minute to get there. Summon my horse.
This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's gonna be a minute. Thanks.
Support helicopter has arrived.
There being zombies. Ah, maybe. Interesting. It's interesting.
Arrived at Mother Base.
I was gonna say. Oh shit. Where? Fuck it. Not worth it. What was my question? Oh, it's interesting that Metal Gear Solid 4 was like, let's tone down the supernatural stuff as much as possible, even though it's obviously still supernatural. Let's try to explain everything with nanomachines. And this game adds teleporting ghost soldiers. It's like, fuck that. Keeping my Uber waiting. Do Uber drivers take that in the pocket if you keep them waiting for a while? I don't think there's anything that they can do about it. Because if they complain, it hurts their rating, and like you need to have like a 97% rating or something to continue to drive. No retries, no kidding. 3 alerts, 41 hits taken, 12 tactical takedowns, almost made up for the alerts. 9 headshots, decent accuracy. Effective interrogations 10. Prisoners rescued 0. Sorry. Sorry. It's so weird they do this credits thing. I don't think I'm ever going to get over it.
So this unit in the mist, their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities,
They attacked the Soviets, too.
and that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
Well, what do they want? What's their objective? Why Afghanistan?
It's easy to render?
There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, right. If we really need to know, the truth will reveal itself. Even if it's ugly.
Cool, new cassette tapes.
Boss, I'm creating a new intel team to support you in our areas of operation.
Cool.
Members of this team will head out into the field and conduct reconnaissance. Knowing the strength of
Farmville
an enemy force
missions.
beforehand will help you carry out missions more smoothly. We may also learn something about the skull-faced man. So boss, that brings me to assigning staff to the intel team. There might be guys already assigned to other teams who are more suited to the intel team. Go ahead and reassign them as you see fit.
Can do. Alright, we got 2 Bs out of that. I need to get the medical team so I can get a trank
The
rifle.
dog you brought back. There'll come a day when he'll be ready to join you on missions. But you know, we gets lonely easily. You should come visit him every once in a while.
Oh, hell
Get
yes.
back to Mother Base.
That's the core gameplay loop, is visiting the dog. See, we can do it in about 20 minutes. We're going to do an hour of Horizon Zero Dawn. Fortunately, I remember what I was doing in Horizon Zero Dawn. We were just about to do a short little mini dungeon. Might have to switch over to the new controls. But... Oh, Doggo's bigger. Just a little bit.
You see that? Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon it'll be... Hey, no! Stay! Stay!
Aww.
Didi,
So cute.
go!
Aww. He tried. Aww.
No, maybe not yet.
Thank you for not letting me miss
But
this.
Soon.
Like we're gonna take a puppy into combat anyway.
Boss, we've had some new job offers come in. I've selected the ones I'd like you to handle. And
One of these days I'll do a
list.
mission without an
Take
alert.
a look on your iDroid. The more missions you complete, the more we can expand Mother Base.
Go improve troop morale. People see my glorious face.
Boss, welcome back.
That is not the salute button. That is the jump forward button. I don't know if I can salute. I might not be able to.
Analysis complete.
Boss, will you
Analysis
train with me?
complete.
Sure.
Boss!
And train is me slamming your face into the ground. Thank you, boss.
Boss, any chance of expanding the base?
I would like to. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can yet. One or more units has reached maximum staff capacity by building more of the relevant unit platforms with the house more staff. Yeah. Base facilities. Oh, that's cool. Different platforms for each of them. Alright, I think R&D is the most important now.
Commencing platform construction.
Oh, wow, it is Farmville. And that's real time? Now, is that playtime, or is that... if I turn the game off, will that keep counting? That's interesting.
Staff assigned. Development project has been added.
I see. Ocelot wants to be in Intel, which is why he wasn't getting assigned before. Game time. A lot of this game is actually online, right? I've seen that pop up a couple times now. I don't know what it's doing yet, but...
Please specify a project.
Sneaking suit, please. No. Let's see. Flashlight laser sight on the pistol, that's cool. More stopping power.
Puppy the boss brought back is so
Hi, Ben.
cute.
Yeah, too cute.
Man, I want to pet him.
Yeah, Yeah, just... Wait, what?
You don't want to touch him too?
No, that, never really occurred to me.
You don't know the awesomeness of a puppy's paw pads?
I guess not. But yeah, I bet they would feel nice.
Right?
That was pretty awesome. Jelly bean toes. You're very cute, Ben. We all love you very much. Bait bottle. Stealth camouflage. Only be used in short bursts. Restricts mission completion rank to an A or below. Do you have little cute paw pads, Ben? You're very furry. R&D 18, support 16, transportation specialist. Must be a specific character that I recruit. Okay. Cleared out the alert, that's nice.
Please specify a project.
The uniform, right? Sneaking suit. Prevents your body heat being detected by night vision goggle equipped enemies. Be equipped by guards when security settings are set to non-lethal. Health recovery up. Oh, and there's a battle dress. Okie doke. Happy about that, I think. Weather information from the spy team, that's cool. Challenge task list. Able to use this feature since you're offline. I don't know why it disconnected earlier. 100 total markings, A rank and A R&D, 30 tactical
Unit function
takedowns,
added.
plant surveying, 10 interrogations. I love the sound effects, they're so satisfying.
Staff assigned.
I guess it wasn't enough to get an R&D grade. Oh, because they're full, right. Okie doke, I'll wait for that upgrade to build. I don't know if I can actually find the dog on the base to pet it. Oh, I should mark everybody. I wonder if it remembers them.
Analysis complete.
It would be cool if he remembered their names and said their name. You had scanned them before. It saves the scan between levels too, would be awesome.
Thanks for letting me join the fight. I'll do whatever you ask.
Analysis complete.
No problem, dude. Whoever came up with the idea of giving them all like foxhound code names after animals is very smart. It makes it a lot easier to keep track of them. Giving them actual full names. I don't think they had the animal names in Portable Ops. It's been a really long time since I played it. Definitely had them in Peace Walker. I can't go all the way up.
How you doing, boss?
I'm doing. Yeah, just the animal, right? The adjective's a nice way to make sure that they don't run out of animals. Precautions take seconds. Injuries take lives.
Give us a development order, boss.
Working on it. So Japanese. Or this is a private military force with a cute little anime schoolgirl sign. Please pardon the inconvenience. Safety comes first. Andrea has a Facebook photo album of fun signs in Japan. Like, they're all over the place like that. Can I actually find and pet the dog here, or is that only during scripted sequences when I zone in? Okay. I'll call the chopper then and we'll listen to a tape or two and then we'll switch to Horizon. Might actually switch a couple minutes early just so I don't go overtime tonight. Sorry.
Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
I might land at the start of the mission and see what my sneaking suit looks like.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Snake, I wanted to ask you about the man on fire. What do you remember from the hospital? Anything we can use? Well, he took off the moment the sprinklers started up. Sprinklers? The fire system? And when he got
The
sprayed
fire
with
guy's
water
weak
for the
against
first time,
water?
It slowed him down. We escaped on horseback, he wouldn't cross the river either. And then it started to rain. And he disappeared. Water against fire. Is it that simple? I mean, it makes sense, it's just hard to believe it would work on a guy like that.
At least they acknowledge that. M. Night Shyamalan boss. Secretly weak against oxygen.
Mission list.
Members of the intel team are on the ground. Their reports will be reflected as predicted enemy fields of movement on your iDroid's map.
That's
The higher
cool.
the team's level, the more accurate and frequent their reports will become. Be sure to take advantage of them.
I feel like Peace Walker is to this game as Metal Gear 1 and 2 are to Metal Gear Solid. Like, a bunch of kind of new ideas from Kojima that he couldn't really deploy the way he wanted to. Like, that's a much cooler use of intel, I think, than whatever they did in Peace Walker. Test your skills with a range of tasks. Yeah, we know about that. Got it.
Please select a mission.
New missions.
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Character, uniform, sneaking suits. Cool. It's way less over the top than the sneaking suit in Snake Eater. It actually looks like something a human would wear.
Deploying.
At least look at the side. So the side ups give unique rewards. I thought it was just like extra sources of soldiers and that sort of thing. How many numbered missions are in the game? It's kind of a spoiler, but just so I can prep around it. Episodes, I guess.
The three Soviet commanders are meeting at Davialo Calais. The mission is to eliminate all three. How you do it is up to you, boss. Good luck.
So if I go about an hour per mission, it's not too bad with how long to beat. I'll have to do something a little bit faster. I'm behind by an hour right now. For reasons.
I've set the target's anticipated travel routes and the meeting location to
Kind of by a couple hours.
Take a look.
I should be able to catch up now that I know how to play the game better. Let's go. I can check the map while I'm landing. Oh, it shows me the patrol. Nice. It's pretty awesome.
The map has been updated.
Blueprints, soldiers' unique skills. Okay, sweet. He did the snake landing. Super fast. Turn a title. Think that's fine? That's fine. I don't think it counts as a restart. It's just canceling. Alright, it'll take me a bit to switch to Horizon because it's on the PS4. But I'll be back in a little bit with Horizon Zero Dawn. See you guys soon. Oh, Metal Gear Solid will be back next week for sure.